What is up, everybody? My name is Josh Corny, also known as Form on the internet, and today we're going to be talking about E3. For anyone out there that likes video games or knows remotely of video games, this is the time when all those games that you're going to be playing in the next year or two is announced. So if you guys are uninitiated or don't know anything about E3, you should, because it's very important to the video game habits and players and all that jazz. So I want to talk about some of my predictions. Not really predictions, but what I, in my crazy, stupid mind, think might happen. And I'm kind of projecting my my wants, right? Like, it's not like some of these might necessarily be like the most accurate predictions, but it's just me being like, I want this to happen, so I'm going to say it's going to happen for goodwill. So we're going to go through 5 of them. Let's get to it. Number 5 would be Microsoft. Let's talk about Microsoft. I want to talk about Banjo Kazooie, because I think that this is going to happen. Confirmed already, Rare's going to announce their new game over at E3 at their conference. Very excited to see what it is. A lot of people are saying it's Battletoads. I would be surprised if it's Battletoads, but I want it to be Banjo Kazooie, and I think there is a chance it's going to be Banjo Kazooie, because Banjo Kazooie is a series that is legitimately able to come back in some form that isn't too far away from its original, right? Battletoads hasn't been relevant since Battletoads 2. And that's it, right? Like, it just goes away. And then it's coming back as Shovel Knight and everything, but it's very weird to bring back Battletoads because it's just a meme at this point. It's nothing else other than that. Not really people talk about Battletoads in terms of grandeur, like, oh, it's the best thing ever. Banjo-Kazooie has some form of modernization. It's a 3D game. You can easily make that, not easily, but you can take that world, make it bigger, make it more fleshed out, bring back the landmarks, bring back the people, and then just put it back in 3D and ignore the monstrosity that was nuts and bolts. That would be an easy thing to do. I think that relatively easy thing to do, and it would be something that with Yooka-Laylee we can see is financially viable. So I think that's very exciting to see. Moving on, another thing that's very exciting and was financially viable for Bethesda was Dishonored 2. With Dishonored. Dishonored 2 is what I think is going to happen at E3. I think they're going to totally announce it. I think this is probably the lock of the week, if that's a thing that I'm doing now. This is clearly going to happen. I think this is going to be a new game, a new series, a new franchise that Bethesda is going to really try to push home with this. I think that Bethesda knows that Dishonored was special, and Dishonored was a very special game. It took a lot of old classic thief-like mechanics and some Splinter Cell and some Hitman stuff, and it blended in with very modern, open-ended world and creativity, and I really love that game to death. I think that the sequel would be able to work on the tone a bit, maybe the lackluster story, but very exciting to see that this might be a thing, and I think it might be a thing. This leaks some things that have been going on for months now, so I'm very excited to see what that is. Number 3 for me would probably be Nintendo, and I want to talk about Nintendo, specifically Metroid. I think that this is going to happen. A lot of people are skeptical about this. Oh, Metroid's not going to happen. Oh, I think it's going to happen. I think it might be announced at E3 this year, because I think that Metroid has... It's time for a new Metroid. That's simple as that. I think the bigger question for me is, what is it going to be? Is it going to be a Wii U game? Is it going to be a 3DS game? I am almost sold that it's going to happen. I don't know, maybe this year or maybe later, but I think it's going to happen in this year time frame. And I don't know if it's going to be a Wii U or 3DS game. I can see it going both ways. 3DS game would be probably a Super Metroid type thing in 2.5D. That would make a lot of sense. That would be actually really cool and beautiful to do. But if you go into Wii U, you can totally do a Project M type game, and that would be really cool too. So I could see it going either way, but I really wanted to go the 3DS route, because that would be really cool, and I can actually play it because I don't own a Wii U. So that's just me being a little bit selfish, but I can see it going either way. Is it going to be announced? Hopefully. I think so. So number 4 for me would probably be Splinter Cell. This is also another lock for me. I think it's funny, I have 2 stealth games, but I think this is a lock because I think this is first of all, the best way to close the Ubisoft presser, right? You're showing all these, the Division, all this stuff, all these cool things, maybe watch all these DLC, and then he says, oh, one more thing, and then you show Splinter Cell. God, I'm excited for this. This is another lock. I think it's been long enough. I think Splinter Cell has made enough money for them. Blacklist was a critical and financial success for them, so I think that they're going to be able to make another one and maybe really get the graphics to a point where it's actually not that bad. Because I think the graphics were very subpar in Splinter Cell Blacklist. I think they'll be able to get the mechanics up, and hopefully, please bring back Michael Ironside, please. Please. Number 5. This is the one. The one that it's just so it's out there. People have been talking about it for months. People say it's gonna happen every E3, but it never happens. Last Guardian. Yes, the Last Guardian. I think it's gonna happen this year. It makes the most sense. Every single year, it makes the most sense. 2013. Oh yeah, the PS4 is coming out. That would be a really great launch title. Really amazing stuff. Awesome. Didn't happen. 2014. Oh my god, that would be an amazing year. Nothing's really coming out this year. It's going to be a very, very weak year in terms of games, which it pretty much was. It would be really great to announce a game for 2014. Didn't happen. Oh, okay. 2015 comes around now. It makes the most sense to come out now because Uncharted was already announced. Games are coming out now. It's a really big year for video games. I don't know if it's gonna come out. Like, there's a lot of things involved with this. This game is definitely in development. They would have canceled. They would have said it's canceled. Silent Hills, like the week it was canceled, they said it. So this game has been in development for 10 years. So let's just think about that for a bit, and let's figure that out, and let's continue on with that, because this game is probably being reworked and reimagined multiple times. So I want to see what this game is, and I want them to just cut their losses, just release it. I don't know what state it is. It can be broken, but just stop it. Just release it already, please, and announce it here, please. So guys, what do you think of E3? What do you think is going to happen at E3? And if you want to tell me any of that, what do you think about it? Leave a comment below. Let me know. Tweet at me at RodFormer. Go to the newly designed RodFormer.com. It's looking real beautiful. We've got 830 views in like a week, so that's very good. Thank you guys so much for looking at it. I love you guys all. And my last question for the day is my hair on fleek? I don't know what this word means. I say it a lot in school, but I don't really know. Look at that. Wow, I don't know if that really is on fleek. God, I had some stuff. Ah, God, it's like not on fleek here. Look at that. Oh, God, it's not on fleek. God, I need to fix my hair. I need like a barber to work. God, this isn't on fleek. I apologize for not being on fleek for you guys. I've disappointed everyone. Bye.